by step as we take in previous papers. 2 cosine 3x plus 1. Let's do it step by step to be clear for all of us. First, 2 is a constant. Then derivative of cosine is negative sine 3x plus 1. After that, multiply derivative of angle. Derivative 3x plus 1 is 3. Now we simplify. 2 multiply negative sine multiply 3. 2 multiplied by negative sine multiplied by 3 is negative 6 sine 3x plus 1. This is the answer. Or again, if you can do it direct, you can do it. It's also correct. For example, you can start differentiation of angle 3x is 3. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. Then derivative of cosine is negative sine. So you can write it direct in this step. Question number 8. Y equal cos 8x divided by 2. This question we can prepare first. Prepare first or simplify it first. Cos 8x over 2, we can write it in this form, half cosine 8x. Now start differentiation. Half is a constant, so keep it. Derivative of cosine is negative sine, so it's negative sine 8x. Then derivative of 8x, derivative of angle 8x is 8. Last step, y dash equal half multiplied by 8 multiplied by negative sine. So it's negative, half multiplied by 8 is 4 sine 8x. This is the answer. Or as we said, we can get the answer direct. Derivative of 8x is 8, 8 multiplied by half is 4, and the derivative cosine is negative sine 8x. Okay. Question number 9, y dash equal 2 sine 6x. Let's do it direct. How can we do it direct? Differentiate of angle first. Derivative of 6x is 6. 6 multiplied by this constant multiplied by 2 is 12. After that, derivative of sine is cosine. Let's do it. So it's 2. Derivative of 6x is 6. Derivative of sine is cosine 6x. So final answer is 12 cosine 6x. Now, question number 10. If you have y equal negative half sine 4x, so y dash equal, let's do it direct. Negative half multiply derivative 4x, negative half multiplied by 4, negative half multiplied by 4, and the derivative sine is cosine 4x. Then simplify. Negative half multiplied by 4 is negative 2 cos 4x. This is the answer. Now let's take this part. Every time, as you see, we can change angle. So cosine x squared, so y dash equal derivative of cosine is negative sine x squared, and the derivative of x squared is 2x. So answer is negative 2x sine x squared. So you can do it direct as I did, or you can do it step by step in 2 steps. In this question, sine root x, so y equal. First, we have to simplify, or we have to prepare. Sine root x, this root x we can express it as x power half. Now we start differentiation. Derivative of sine is cosine, x power half, times derivative x power half is half x power negative half. Now simplify. So y dash equal half multiply x power negative half. We can write it in this form, 1 over 2 root x. And this cosine x power half, it's a cos root x. This is the final answer. In this case, y equal sine 1 over x. So we can prepare also sine x power negative 1. Now y dash equal derivative of sine is cosine x power negative 1. Multiply x power negative 1, derivative of x power negative 1 is negative 1 x power negative 2. So to simplify this 1, y dash equal negative 1 over x squared multiply by cos 1 over x. This is the final answer. Now let's move to another kinds of exercise. y equals sine ex. So now we have questions included ex and ln x also. So let's start how to do it. Let's learn how to do it. Sine ex. Now, as we said, derivative of sine at the derivative of angle. Derivative of sine is cos ex. And the derivative of ex is ex. So y dash equal ex cosine ex. This is the answer. Same case. Y dash equal derivative cosine is negative sine ex. So ex here is exponential function, but in this case it's angle in trigonometric function. So derivative cosine is negative sine ex, then derivative of angle, derivative ex is ex. So final answer is negative ex sine ex. This is the answer. Question 16. Y equal ln sine x. Let's remember derivative of ln. Derivative of ln, it was d by dx of ln f of x. Do you remember? It was f dash of x over f of x. So let's do it. Y dash equal. This one is f of x. So sine x, what is the derivative of sine x? The derivative of sine x is cos x over sine x. Let's remember from semester 1, cosine over sine. Cosine over sine is cot x. This is the final answer. Let's learn this one. Y dash equal ln cosine x. Derivative of cosine x is negative sine x over f of x, which is cos x. Now, who can say this one? Negative sine x over cos x. Sine over cosine is tan, so result is negative tan x. Let's move to another one. E power sine f of x, power sine 5x. So y dash equal. Do you remember derivative of e? Derivative of e f of x. Derivative d by dx of e f of x. The derivative of e f of x, it was f dash of x times e f of x. Same thing here. Same thing. So y dash equal. Let's do it. Derivative of power. Derivative of sine 5x is 5 cosine 5x. After that, e sine 5x. According to formula. It's easy. Now, y dash equal. Same thing. Cos e cos 2x multiplied by 4. So 4 is a constant. Multiply by. Derivative cosine 2x is negative 2 sine 2x. After that, e cosine 2x. Now simplify. 4 multiply negative 2 is negative 8 sine 2x e cos 2x. This is the final answer. Last one, y dash equal ln. So derivative of ln, f dash of x over f of x. But before we start differentiation, we can use properties of ln. Ln cos squared, so we can write it as 2 ln cosine x. Now we start differentiation. 2 is a constant, multiply, derivative of cosine is negative sine x over cos x. So y dash equal 2 multiply negative is negative 2. Sine over cosine is 10. So result is negative 2 tan x. Now let's take very important questions like find the gradient, and next we will take find equation of tangent, equation of normal. So let's do this one. Find the gradient of tangent to the curve y equal cos 2x minus cos x at point where x equal pi over 4. First, find the gradient. Gradient means find dy by dx. So we start dy by dx. Differentiation cosine 2x. It's negative 2 sine 2x. Minus derivative cos x. Derivative cos x is negative sine x. Negative negative is positive sine x. Now let's find gradient dy by dx at x equal pi over 4. So you have to change your calculator to radian. Now replace 2 sine 2 multiply pi over 4 plus sine pi over 4. After calculation, by using calculator, calculate step by step. Negative 2 sine 2 multiply pi over 4, it's negative 2, plus sine pi over 4 is 1 over root 2. In calculator, 1 over root 2, you can get it as root 2 over 2. It's the same meaning.